You called a day on Filbey's, the restaurant, and now you've embarked on a new venture. Tell me about that. I mean, why on earth would you want to start again?
I think, again, it was just, we achieved more than we ever achieved with Filbey's. You know, it got a fantastic reputation. We won various awards. We were number one on TripAdvisor for varying amounts of years.
Yeah.
And even now, we've still got the 5 blobs, you know, and that's great to have over 10 years when you look at, you know, how some restaurants do and perform. And we just thought, the lease is up now. Do we want to do another 10 years? Do we... I'm getting old, Chris, now. I'm nearly 50, so that would have...
that's not old. I'm nearly 60.
We're looking good, aren't we? We're looking good.
I'll give you that.
And so we thought, yeah, it's time for a new challenge. Overheads are just going up and up and up. Staffing is since COVID, is getting harder and harder to find people that actually want to do this job. I lost my number 2 in the kitchen 18 months ago, and it's been very hard to find someone to, you know, replace him who kind of knows what they're doing. And I think that's some of the problems on the island sometimes is finding that people, always has been since I've been here, finding good chefs. So I'm lucky enough that I've had myself. I've got, you know, my wife Adele. Jess has been a great part of the team because they're the core bits that, you know, especially the front of house, that keep it going. As I said earlier, you need the whole package.
Do you know what? I speak to publicans all over the island and everybody's struggling for staff. So you've gone and done something which I think is very brave. If I'm honest with you, a little bit crazy, but you've gone and got yourself a food shack.
Again, it was just another challenge. I mean, we've looked, you know, around the island at the food trucks, and when we have these like festival events and the Tinmore days and stuff, I thought, you know, I quite fancy doing something like that, but just again with the Filbey sort of twist on it. Yeah. And just, you know, bringing there's not really many fish ones around that I've seen, so I wanted to bring, you know, something's from the restaurant, but that can be still served good in a food shack, and people still enjoy sort of out on the road. We're also doing, like, you know, weddings and stuff and that, and private dining. So we're doing other bits in there as well that keep us on the road. I think having Filbey's obviously helped very much as well with it. If we were just someone who opened a food truck, I think it'd probably be a lot harder. But where we've had that behind us and what we've done, you know, it certainly helped because people know what we're about. And if we say we're going to be somewhere, then they'll know what we're doing.
What makes you different from the others?
I think we focus on fish a lot more. So we on the van not so long ago, we had queenies, we had prawns, we had lobster. You know, we had haddock.
You don't see lobster in a takeaway shack.
This is a Filbey shack.
So well, there you are.
You know, like I said, it's all about just doing something different and fresh. And when we did TT, it was our first event, and, you know, we're going to do it, jumping at the deep end. And it was a fantastic 2 weeks, and everyone was so excited about us being there and the different food that we were offering. And people were coming back, and the riders and the pit team behind, coming back every day just because it was something different. And from the moment we opened that hatch, it would be solid all the way through until we closed it.
Do you see yourself doing this in 10 years?
Probably not, no. In 10 years?
Yeah.
I think it might be time
retire.
To take it easy a little bit, or open a live music bar in Peel, who knows?
Well, there you go, you got it. All right, so my MiTunes guest all this week has been Scott Filbey. All it leaves me to do is ask you about your last tune this week.
My last tune this week is just a bit of fun and about the future. So I went for a bit of a fun one today. It's the B-52's The Love Shack, baby.
Why?
It's all to do with the shack and that, and the girls love to play it just before we open, and it's the last one they play when we close. It's a bit for the girls too on The Love Shack, because that's their favourite tune at the moment.
All right.
So.
Scott Filbey, raconteur, restaurateur, dog lover. Didn't really get much chance to talk about your dogs. Thanks so much for being a MiTunes guest this week, and best of luck in the future.
Pleasure, thank you.